There is a fenced enclosure in Knoxville, Tennessee, where human bodies lie in the open air, exposed to the sun, the rain, the insects, and the animals. Some are buried, some are submerged in water, some are left in the trunks of cars. None of them are victims. Every single one was donated, and everything that happens to them, every stage of rot, every insect arrival, every shift in soil chemistry, is being watched, measured, and recorded. Because what those bodies reveal has helped solve murders that had gone cold for decades. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly why the moment a body begins to decay, it starts telling a story. A precise, timed, almost mechanical story. And the most disturbing part is this. The key to reading that story was only discovered because one scientist was willing to do what no one else would. What he found in that field didn't just change forensic science. It changed the outcome of criminal trials across the country, and the full weight of that is something most people never consider. In 1972, a forensic anthropologist at the University of Tennessee named William Bass was handed a problem that embarrassed him. Investigators had unearthed a body in a disturbed grave and asked him to estimate the time of death. Bass examined the remains and gave his answer. He was wrong. By roughly a century. That single, staggering error didn't break him. It redirected him. Bass realized that virtually nothing was known in any systematic scientific way about how the human body decomposes. There was no data, there were no controlled studies, there was no field research of any kind. Forensic science was making estimates based on observation and instinct, not evidence. In the early 1980s, Bass established what would officially become known as the Anthropological Research Facility at the University of Tennessee, the founding documented in his own account of the work and confirmed by the facility itself. The press called it something else. They called it the Body Farm. The name stuck. The premise was almost unbearably simple. Place human bodies, real, donated human bodies, in controlled outdoor environments. Document everything. Track the insects that arrive and in what sequence. Measure the rate of soft tissue loss under different conditions. Chart how soil chemistry changes beneath a decomposing body. Record variables, temperature, humidity, shade, sunlight, burial depth, water submersion, and then build a database so comprehensive that investigators could eventually use it like a clock, working backward from a state of decay to a specific window of time. But here's where it gets interesting. The first major breakthrough wasn't about time at all. It was about insects. Entomologist Neil Haskell was among the researchers who helped establish forensic entomology as a legitimate courtroom science. A discipline built on the same observational logic the facility was generating data to support. The logic is precise and almost elegant in its grimness. Blowflies arrive at a body within minutes of death. They lay eggs. Those eggs hatch on a known schedule. The larvae go through predictable developmental stages, each one tied to ambient temperature. By examining the insect life present on a body and accounting for the local temperature record, investigators can calculate a minimum time since death with remarkable accuracy. This evidence has been admitted in court. It has convicted killers. It has also exonerated the wrongly accused. Remember what I said at the start, that what those bodies reveal has helped solve murders gone cold for decades. Here is what that looks like in practice. In cases where a victim's remains are discovered months or years after death, traditional methods often fail. Lividity fades, rigor resolves. But the soil beneath a body retains chemical signatures. The surrounding vegetation is affected in documented ways. The bones themselves carry evidence of insect activity, of carnivore feeding patterns, of exposure conditions. Researchers at the facility have built reference models for all of it. Investigators bring their unknowns. The facility provides the science. Today, the body farm model has expanded. Similar facilities now operate in other states, including Texas, Colorado, and North Carolina, each one calibrated to its specific regional climate and ecosystem, because decomposition in a humid southern forest does not look like decomposition in a high-altitude desert. The variables matter, the regional data matters, and the database keeps growing. William Bass made an error in 1972 that humiliated him. He turned that error into a facility that has quietly reshaped the entire field of forensic investigation. The bodies in that fenced enclosure in Knoxville are not victims. They are contributors. Every one of them donated their remains, knowing exactly what would happen, knowing that their death would be studied, cataloged, and used. The science works. The convictions prove it. The exonerations prove it. But there is a question that the data cannot answer, and perhaps never will. At what point does studying death to serve justice become something we should examine more carefully, not scientifically, but ethically? The facility has protocols, it has oversight, it has consent forms, and yet the question persists quietly in the margins of every paper published from that field. What do we owe the dead, and who gets to decide?